recently spoke with a couple who had been married for 53 years. I asked them if at any time in all those years they had ever thought of getting a divorce. "Heavens no," the lady replied. "Murder, yes, but never a divorce." They say the best way to have a successful marriage is that whenever you're wrong, admit it. And whenever you're right, keep it to yourself. So weddings, they can be so emotional. Oftentimes even the cake is in tears. Welcome to the Dad Bod. No, I'm not getting married today, but I am getting married this fall in a town called Helen, Georgia. Not what you think it is. It's Helen, the girl's name. They call themselves the Alpine Village. I call it fake Germany. I went to visit my brother in real Germany a few times, and I absolutely love it there. So I decided to check out fake Germany because it was only a few hours away. So it's a bit touristy, but there are tons of shops. The food is amazing, and the whole experience is just awesome. I actually proposed there in a German restaurant. And then, while we were there, we decided to actually have our wedding there as well. People oftentimes have a bit of a drive to get to weddings, and then you're there for an hour, then maybe an hour or two reception, and then the whole thing's done, and then you have to drive, 3 or 4 hours back home. I mean, it's a great time, but if you're driving, that much there and back, it can make for a very long weekend. So we decided to do what we could to make sure that our special weekend was even better for us and our family and friends. We're doing ours during Oktoberfest. Oh yeah. We invited our friends and family, and with everybody that we invited, we still had a few spots left over, so we decided to invite some other people. It's very unlikely that they'll show up, but hey, it's a wedding during Oktoberfest in fake Germany. I mean, not like you would need an excuse to go to Oktoberfest, but now these people have one, so we figure it might be, more likely that we might be able to get maybe 1, 2, or even 3. So we both threw a few names together. We got Jensen Ackles, Ryan Reynolds, Dolly Parton, Joe Rogan, Ben Affleck, a bunch of people from the Fast and Furious movies like Dwayne Johnson, Ludacris, Tyrese Gibson, and many of them actually live fairly close by to Helen, Georgia. They're in or around Atlanta. And I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, they did it for the wedding gifts. No, that wasn't it at all. We did it to try to make our special day as over the top as we could. I mean, seriously, how awesome would it be to have Dwayne Johnson as one of my groomsmen, or to have Dolly Parton as a bridesmaid? So, but you know what? That's all fun and dandy. However, that's not why you're all watching this video. You all want to know about the tux, right? I've done several made-to-measure suit reviews, and at the end of the day, a tux is basically just a type of suit. I've reviewed Indochino, Hawker T, NCG Taylor, Alain Dupetit, and even Wish. I've done videos on ordering suits online from places like Men's Warehouse, but at the end of the day, my favorite suit is my Oliver Wicks suit that I'm wearing right now. Out of all the videos I've done so far for subscription boxes, watches, clothing boxes, and everything else, my Oliver Wicks suit is really the only thing that I have flat out recommended. Everything else is just, more of a, me trying to, let you know what to expect if you were to order from those companies. And from ordering with Oliver Wicks with my first suit that I'm wearing right now, it was just, it was perfect. I mean, the suit didn't come the right size in the beginning, but that was my fault. But, the whole process was perfect. The suit is amazing. I love it. It's my favorite suit. So when it came time to decide where I was going to get my tux from, it was a no-brainer. So Oliver Wicks is a made-to-measure company. And again, out of all the companies that I've tried, it's the best quality suit that I've found with a made-to-measure suit company so far. I went to their website. I clicked on suits. And from there you can do 2 pieces, 3 pieces, jackets, or pants. And then you scroll down, you look at the different fabric types, the colors, the patterns, and it shows you the fabric on the suit and the fabric up close. Here's the navy chalk stripe suit that I'm wearing right now. And here we have the tuxedos. Now I already know what I want. I want the 3-piece black tuxedo with a shawl. So this one is not This one is Peak, and here it is. Oops, I need to go and set it to 3 pieces. Click on Customize Now. Alright, I want the Shaw, and then click Next. 2 vents, 2 buttons, initial monogram. It has my initials saved from the last suit that I got. The 6-button vest is what I want. It recommends black lining, but I'm going to go with something a little bit more pizzazz. More options. Absolutely full canvas. There's nothing better than that. No belt loops. Yes, back pockets, pants, cuffs, and suspender buttons. No pleats, no side tabs. Alright, now here you can view all the customizations. And here you can see it still has my measurements from last time. If you've never ordered from them before, you'll have to put in your measurements. It's your body measurements, like your arm length, shoulder to shoulder, hips, waist, leg length, and so on. So they have a tutorial to help you guide you through it. And if you have any issues, they have a few options. You get 1 year to go to a tailor and get some adjustments made, and then get reimbursed for up to $125. It all depends. It's if you're getting a 3-piece suit, it's $125. If you're getting a 2-piece, I think it's $100. And then if you're getting just a jacket or just pants, it's a different price. So, but it's up to $125. If it can't be adjusted, they'll take it and remake it. So that's what happened with my first suit. I messed up the measurements, and it was to where it couldn't be adjusted. So they remade the whole suit. And then when I got that one, it fit perfectly. All I had to do was send them some pics of me wearing the suit, showed them where the issues were. So because that suit, this suit fits me, I know that the measurements are good. And I've used them with other made-to-measure suits, and they all come out good. I could rent a tux, but it's like $200 to $300, and then you have to hope that they have one that fits you, get it dry cleaned, and then you have to return it, and you have to hope that it actually fits. Try going to a suit shop and finding something that fits your body perfectly. There's really not much chance of that. You're going to have to get something done. You're going to have to get the shoulders adjusted. You're going to get the torso, the chest, arms shortened or lengthened. I mean, there's going to be something that you're going to need to do to that. So, renting a tux, I'm pretty sure that it's just going to look sloppy. That's why I love made to measure. It's a good middle ground between off the rack and bespoke. Off the rack is just like it sounds. You get something directly from a rack at a store, or if you purchase something online, it's still called off the rack because it's pulled off a rack and they send it to you. Then you have to pay to get a tailor to fit you better. It's not going to come fitting you properly. It's going to come with the sizes that will accommodate most people, but then you have to tailor it to get it to properly fit you. And then bespoke is where they actually build the suit on top of you. You have to go in for several fittings, and those can cost several $1,000s. Made to measure is a good middle ground, where you give them your body measurements. They put the body measurements into an algorithm, and it tells them how to cut the fabric. And then they use that fabric to make the suit specifically for your body. So I put in the order. It took about 3 to 4 weeks, and again, here it is. And now for the moment I've all been waiting for. Seriously, it arrived a couple of weeks ago, and I've been so busy with work and kids and everything else that I haven't had a chance to try it on yet. I know that I don't need it for another 6 months, but I try to stay pretty organized when it comes to planning. We wanted to make sure that we had everything all set with lots of time spare, so that way we weren't in a rush for anything come, time for the wedding. All right, let's get this open. So Oliver Wicks, when they send you a suit, they send it in this bag. I'm pretty sure there might be something else in there. So yeah, they send it in this bag right here, so that way it's a garment bag. You hang it up, it keeps it, It keeps it from rubbing in against any other clothes. It just keeps it clean, all in all. And then this right here says thank you for your order. And if you needed to take it to a tailor to get any size adjustments, you would use this right here. You have the tailor fill it out, you take pictures, send it back to them, and then they'll reimburse you based on, you know, what it is. Yeah, that looks nice. All right, here it is. All right, let's talk about the fit first. This thing fits perfectly. It's the same exact fit as the last suit that I got from them, which means that they're consistent in a good way. You know, the pants are just a little bit loose around my waist, but that's because I asked for it to be made that way. You know, this is a YouTube channel called the Dad Bod. You know, I got my Dad Bod because I like to eat in moderation. So, but, you know, the wedding's during Oktoberfest. I'm going to be living it up on schnitzel, wurst, pretzels, and you know what else. So I'm going to eat there. And I want room to fit it all in. So again, I gave them my measurements the first time, but my measurements were a little bit off. So I took some pictures of me wearing the suit, and I made some suggestions on what to change. They made a few counter suggestions. I accepted most of theirs because, you know, they know better than I did. That was my first made-to-measure suit ever. And then, you know, they were spot on. We got the measurements on the first suit perfect. So the ones for this suit, exactly the same, perfect. All right, how does it feel? I love the European cut. You know, it's got slimmer arms and legs, which just make the suit or tux look amazing. The fabric is so soft. You know, compared to my other suits, you can absolutely feel the quality. You know, it's weird. You know, for me, it's got fabric over the buttons, so it took a little bit more force than I was used to getting the buttons through the buttonholes. Not a lot, just a tiny bit more. But you know, just look at these buttons. Can you say stylish? You know, this is why I love their suits and now their tuxedos so much, because their attention to detail is just amazing. This suit feels great. You know, it has the two buttons right here, and you know, sometime, always, never, so you never button the bottom one. So it's got the two buttons, you know, and then the sleeves have functioning buttons, you know, the 4-button kissing pattern, and you can feel the canvas, the full canvas lining in this suit. You know, wearing a full canvas suit and then wearing a suit with a fused lining, you know, it's night and day. I mean, this thing just hugs my body. A lot of people say that they think that wearing a suit is uncomfortable. Well, that's because they're probably wearing a fused lining suit. You know, eventually, my goal is to have a canvas lining in every one of my suits. Granted, it's going to take a bit of time to get there. Canvas lining costs a little bit more, but it is so worth it. So on the inside, we have 3 pockets. 1, 2, 3 is a little pen pocket down here, pocket right here. And then I'll give you a little close-up. You've got my monogrammed initials. Then on this side, we have just the one pocket. So right here, you can see the lining that I chose. Let's get some light onto that so that way you can actually see it. And then right under the collar, it's got some fabric right there, so that way it helps it stay, you know, down and where it should be. Gives a little bit of an extra structure to it, you know, so that way it doesn't pop up. And then we have the waistcoat. I mean, these things just look awesome. I mean, wearing a 2-piece suit, you look good. Wearing a 3-piece suit, you look great. Something about the vest just makes a suit look so much better. So we went with the 6-button pattern, again, never the bottom. And on the back, on the inside, it's got the same lining as on the suit. You can see that a little bit better. And then it's got the adjustable strap on the back, but you know, because these things are made to measure, I mean, this measured so perfectly that, you know, I don't have to use that. So, and then we have the pants. We've got the 2 buttons on the side. We've got the 2 buttons on the back. And no, I'm not taking everything off. We have the suspender buttons right here. I asked for the belt loops and the suspender buttons. so that way I can decide what to wear whenever I'm wearing this. You know, I haven't worn suspenders since I was a kid, but they look pretty good with some outfits. Again, just look at the quality of this fabric. So the pants have a lining that goes down to about my knees. There you have it, an Oliver Wicks Tuxedo. I feel like James Bond in this thing. All I need now is a nice Omega watch to top off the outfit. And shoes. You know, I normally don't wear shoes in the house, so you've probably noticed that most of my videos have me either in socks or barefoot. The shoes are in my closet. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel yet, you probably should. I've got more made-to-measure suit reviews coming out later on this year from other companies. I know that means that it'll be a while before I can order another Oliver Wicks suit, but you know, this channel is for reviewing clothing and accessories for men. I need to see, you know, what all is out there so that way I can show you all. I'd love to just order and review every Oliver Wicks suit there is and fill my wardrobe with them, but it really wouldn't be fair to you all. By reviewing the other companies, I can show you what to expect from them in regards to price, quality, feel, fit, and look. And then you can bounce from video to video so that way you can see the differences in what each company provides. Alright, that's it for today's video, just in time, because it's dinner time for us and the kids. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.